Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So, storage for drills and other things as well, but mainly for us diamond painters, we like to put our drills in things and our gems and our beads or whatever you call them. So yeah, I've got one of each of all of my storage out to have a look at. I think it's one of each anyway. I've had a good dig through and tried to put all my storage in one place. I'll put a photograph down below of all of my other storage that isn't on the desk, but it is duplicates of what I've got here. And obviously I've got quite a few kitted up as well, so I don't think I've got anything kitted up that's in a different storage container, but anyway, I think we've got enough here to be going on with. But what I thought I would do is see how many drills fit in each of the different containers. So it gives you an idea, if you're kitting up your drills and kitting up your diamond paintings, of what size storage container you need for your drills. So it'll give you an idea of which containers to use, or if you're wanting to buy some more, which ones to get. So I'll go from smallest to largest. This could all go horribly wrong, or it could go really, really well. But I'll have a quick look at the ones I've got for starters, and then we'll have a go at putting some drills in. I've got my pen and my little stickers so I can write on bags. Bags, I need some bags. How many drills I've put in each one. Right, let me just grab a bag of bags. Okay, so I think we're ready. What I'm going to do is I've got a kit that I bought way back when I first started diamond painting, and it's a huge double-sided tape, which at that time I didn't know the difference between double-sided tape and, goodness me, look how dusty that is. Mucky cat Liz. Anyway. And yeah, because I didn't know the difference, and it really is a big painting. I thought I really don't want to do that. Plus as well, it came in a terrible condition and it's so dark, the canvas, I don't think I'll get any detail anyway, so it'll be a waste of time doing it. But I thought the drills, because there's quite a large amount of quite a few of the colours, I may as well use these for this experiment. And I can always put them back into the kit anyway, if at any point I do decide, oh, I might have a go at that, I don't know. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the containers first. So let's just move some of these out of the way. Some of them have like got duplicate style containers in, because that's how they come. There's these, I got these actually from fan cells. They do store quite a bit, but the only trouble with these is, although they open individually, you can only, if they're not separate, you can't pour them separately. So if these lids do eventually start coming loose, you may end up with drills all over. What have we got? They're all numbered 1, 2. Gosh, I can't see that. That looks like it's in braille. It's all in dots, but I think it is. Oh no, it is in braille. Oh yes, I remember when I got this now. Yes. It is all dot numbers rather than actual physical numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got, if you get a small, maybe a special drill or a partial that's only 14 colours, then that's pretty good. But as I say, these, because they do have a tendency over time, if you use them a lot and sit and fiddle with them, then you will find that these come a little bit slack and they might pop open, and it is awkward to then try and pour back into bottles. I suppose if you've got a funnel or if you pour it into a tray first, that's probably a good idea. But yes, so that's that sort of storage. I think it was only a couple of pounds from fan cells, and I just got it because I thought the colours were pretty. Okay, I think ones that most of us start off with, I certainly know these were sort of the first ones that I went to when I was starting, because these were like the cheaper end of the market. I think I could get about 5 for £10, so they were only working out about £2 each, and I thought, yeah, I didn't know whether I was going to stay diamond painting, and they just seemed like the handiest thing to get. So yeah, and these are these little containers where it's a little row of 4 that just all pop up. And yeah, they're just stuck together. Again, similar problem to what you've got with these, in that the lids over time do start to wearing, so that some of them do pop open, and that can be quite difficult, particularly if you're pouring one out and the other lids decide to pop open as well. If you've got all different colours in them, you end up with all different colours in your tray, and I know because I've done it several times. One of the tips with these, I think it was one of Rebecca Admore Zest's ladies, said if you just put a coloured mark, a Sharpie or a permanent marker, just mark the back of these, then you get like a black line at the back, so you know which way around they are. Because I don't know about you, but I like to have mine all in the same order and all facing the right way, so when I pick them up, I can, you see, that's the wrong way around, and that's just driven me mad. I can just pop them all up. So you get a little thing of 28, and they do come in a nice little case. I think I've shown you before that I do have my cover paper, my cover sheets in one of these as well. I found that as I was using these a lot when I first started, that a lot of the lids did start to wear, did start to pop up on their own, and I'd open up the case and I would find that they were all popped up. It's like waving at me, and I was like, no, that's no good. So I actually did put those in the recycling. And then this was the case. This one hasn't actually got the little grips on it. Some of them come without, and that's a bit bizarre, because at least if you drop them when you've got these little clips on, you've got a fighting chance of keeping them all in there. If, like this one, it came without the clips on it, and yes, it did come like this. I haven't broken it. I know I am clumsy, but I didn't break this. It came like this. Then if they were all coming open and this dropped, you're going to have drills everywhere. And I know that as well, because I've also done that. But it is an ideal size if you've got your 6x4 inch little cover sheets to just keep them in there. So I just repurposed it basically. So yeah, as I try and reuse things, I found it very, very difficult to throw the little containers away, but they do get to a point where they've reached the duration of how you can use them and what you can do. So there are various qualities of these, like anything else. I think if you pay a higher price for them, they're possibly a better one. I've bought them on deals over I think I've got about 10, 12 of these possibly. Actually, I've probably got more, because I have still got a kit kitted up in one, well, in two of them, because it was a big kit. So yeah, I sat and emptied lots and lots of white drills into about 3 or 4 strips of these. So yeah, I've learnt a lot since I started with those. So I'll keep one of those out, and we'll see how many one of these little squares keeps. I think they take more than you actually think. And then I got the other version of it, because I thought these were pretty colours as well. Yeah, that is basically 2 of those. So instead of being 28, it's 56. And yeah, if you wanted to do a bigger painting and put them into one of these, or kit 2 paintings up at once, then yeah, look, I haven't even opened this, look. It's been sat on my shelves at the back. I tend to have boxes at the front, and I put all my storage behind all my boxes. I'm trying to not do that now, because by doing that, I've now found that I've got a lot more than I thought I had, because yeah, anyway, you know what it's like. So yeah, this one's got your little clips on it to keep it all safe, and yeah, they just pop up the same. They're just exactly the same size. They pop up the same if you can get the right way around. Trying to do it with one hand is probably not good. So yeah, but I just thought they were pretty. But as I say, I've never used it. I've got it and I've never used it, because then I moved on to other types. So I will put that back in the packaging. Yeah, it's probably one of those late night shopping sprees, you know, where you sort of think, oh, that looks good, I'll have a go at that. And yeah. Oops. Oh, look, it's not going back in. Do you know what? Just take it out, Liz. That bag's just disintegrated on me. What can I say? Right, now then, the next ones. Let's have a look. These are Tic Tac containers, and I apologise in advance because these are all in strange order. They're all the wrong way around. So let me just talk to you while I'm putting them all the right way around, because it does drive me on. I have used these. They're not one of my favourite containers, I have to say, but they do come in 64s. So if you've got a painting that hasn't got a lot of drills on it, but a lot of different colours. Tends to be the confetti heavy ones, because if you've got a lot of different colours on a smaller painting or whatever, then it tends to be that you've got a lot of colour changes, a lot of confetti. So, you know, it's a small footprint. It's 64 bottles, or, well, the Tic Tac containers. They basically do look like what you get your Tic Tacs in. I wish they were the size of the Tic Tac containers. And I do keep thinking I might have to start eating Tic Tacs so that I can save the containers. But then I think, what am I going to put them in? So, yeah, it's one of those, you just have these mad ideas at like 3 o'clock in the morning when you're laid there thinking, yeah, I wonder whether that'd work. So, right, I have got all these the right way around. Now then, let me find a tray. Okay, so the problem I find with these is if you're using your fatter pens, then I think most of these have come from either Amazon or AliExpress. I know quite a few of the companies do sell them, but Amazon tends to be my go-to. Yeah, I tend to find with these, yep, they're great for pouring out into your tray. That's brilliant. But then I find I have to take that off, the lid off, to get the gems back into the container, because, yeah, it does, I suppose it sort of fits that way around. I suppose I could just put, well, yeah, I find it more fiddly, but the main thing I don't like is the fact that if you're using your pen, I like to dip in. And if your drills are down at the bottom, you can't dip in and just get that one drill that you need. You have to tip some out. So as I say, these are not my favourites for using, but they are useful, as I say, if you've got a picture that's got a lot of colours but not a huge amount of each colour. So yeah, 64, all in a nice little case, and they are a very small footprint. That one only measures, I think it's, yeah, it's 22 centimetres, which is about 8.5 inches by 13 centimetres, just over 5 inches. And then the depth is roughly 2 inches-ish, which is about 8 centimetres. So it's a nice little case if you like using these, and if maybe you use the pink pens, or, you know, the pens that come with the kits, then it's great. But if you're wanting to use some of your own custom pens, they don't fit in, and I find that a little bit annoying for me. So they're not ones that I particularly use as a go-to. Oh, we want one out, don't we, so that we can see how many drills they take. Okay, so that's sort of the next size. Now then, rounds. Okay, I've got 3 different sizes of rounds. Whoops. Just make a mess while I'm here. And these are my favourite. These are my go-to. Let me just move that over there. Not got enough room, have I? Should have got a bigger table. These are my go-to. These are my lovely zip storage cases. I just love the look of them. I love the feel of them. And yeah, they're just wonderful. Come in 60s and 30s. I think all my 30s are used at the moment. I've got one around somewhere. This is one that I've got that is in use. It's got my drills in it kitted up. Which one is this one? Oh, this is my custom Scotty dog. So yeah, that's all kitted up in there. And I just like that it's nice and contained, and it's got a handle. Yeah, and they just look nice. They just look a bit more classy, look a bit more expensive. Not that it matters when you're just putting drills in them. And you've got quite a nice surface area to put your stickers on. They do hold quite a lot. They're see-through, so you can see what's in them as well, which is always a bonus if you're a little bit iffy about your colour, or if, like me, you've managed to put 2 colours in one. Got your little netted part at the top that you can put all your bits and pieces in as well. And yeah, I just love these, and I love the fact that they're the screw-on lids, because once you've screwed that on, I mean, you can, if you drop them from a great height, they're going to break or whatever, but you can knock them over, drop them, and as long as you've got your lid on, mostly they all stay in the bottles. So they're a little bit more robust, because I am very, very clumsy. So yeah, they come in, as I say, they come in the 60 cases, and they come in a 30 case. Now, if you look at the 64 of those, then yeah, that is actually smaller than a 30 case. So you're getting 64 in that one, 30 in that one. And if you look at the 60 case, look, you can get 2 lots of those on a desk with your little Tic Tac containers in. So it all depends on your space, what your preferences are, what you actually like to have, like to use. So yeah, that's 2 different types of cases that you can get the round ones in. The rounds do seem to be the most popular, and strangely enough, I did notice on AliExpress the other day that they now have a complete round case that's exactly like this, but it's a round one and it has 60 in it. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to get that. And then I thought, no, you're only getting it because it's a different shape. It's exactly the same as all the ones you've got. So I've not bought it yet, but watch this space, because I know it's in my wish list. Along with a lot of other things as well. So that's 2 styles of those, of the round ones. And then the Big Mama, which this one is identical to the one that I did send to Jen, Diamond Painting Gamer. Brilliant channel, pop and check her out. And this is the 162, 164, something, no? 134. I don't know. I'll count it up when I open it up. But I've used this as like my spare storage, because I haven't used this one yet. I haven't done. Oh, and I've opened it upside down. Yay! Where's the stickers? I did do an unboxing on this one. I'm sure I did. But yeah. But I've not used this one, and because at the moment I'm not going to be doing a painting with this many colours in it, even my big ones only seem to have small amounts, then I've just literally swapped out a lot of my bottles, because what you'll find is you do get different ones. Let me get a couple of, they're different sizes, yeah, in the bottles. So you'll sometimes get, I don't know if you can see the difference in these. See if I can hold them. It's difficult to hold them together. Ones that are a little bit longer and ones that are a little bit fatter. They're exactly the same size in drills. I have measured these before. I may do it again with this. But yeah, that one is a little bit longer, but that one is a little bit fatter. So you do get slightly different ones. These are my favourites, where they've got the harder bodied perspex sort of plastic base, and then they've got the soft lids, because I can't do with this when you put the lid on, which is what happens when you get the plastic and the plastic. So that's 2 different sizes of those. What I've done is I've swapped all the ones of these out of here and put all the ones in that I don't like. I'm hoping this isn't going to squeak. It did a little bit. So yeah, these are all the containers that have got the hard plastic lid and the hard plastic base. And I do try not to use these because I can't stand the sound. It's like nails down a blackboard to me. So yeah, this is more of a sort of spare storage if I need anything. And then it did come all that size. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50... 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 68, 68 and 68, 120 and 16 is 136. So it's 136 storage container. Hope my maths is right. And it came with, oops, 1 lot of, oh, that lid's come off there. The small ones, which have, oh, that one's got a lid on. So yeah, it came with half of the storage container, had the big full-size round containers in it, and the other side, which is underneath like a little zipped pocket, so lots of storage space in here, have the half-size ones. So we'll keep one of those out as well. Okay, and what I've done is I've actually put a lot. If you remember, I bought a 30 storage container not so long ago, thinking it was going to have the full-size bottles, and it only had the half-size in it. So I swapped all the full-size bottles from here and put them all into my smaller storage container. So yeah, that's why it's only got a few of the larger ones and a lot of the smaller ones. So, as I say, I tend to use this for storage more now because it's like a suitcase. It is huge. I think Jen was surprised when she got hers. Hers was all black. I did keep the purple one. Sorry, Jen, I'd like my purple. But yeah, it's a monster of one. But if you're doing big paintings, then that's what you're going to need. And it does help sometimes if you've got the smaller ones. Because on a big painting, sometimes you'll only get like maybe 10, 20 drills of one colour. So having the smaller ones, maybe it makes it a little bit easier to kit up. So I'll put that monster out the way for now. Right, and then the other style I've got is these are art dot containers, and I got these again from Amazon. I think they're all the right way up, yeah. And are these the same size as these? Yes, they are. So this is one that I use, you know, when you get like your special drills or your partials, and there's not really a huge amount of each colour, but because I'm maybe doing it over a couple of days, I do like to kit up. So I got these little storage containers. Unfortunately, the lids don't lock in place, so if you do drop it, which yes I have done, the lid does come off. But if you've got all your lids on underneath, then they do all stay in, and it was really good to use. But I just like the fact that they're all in nice neat little rows as well, which helps. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 30 in there as well. So again, a smaller footprint, but a lot smaller containers. And I've got 2 of these. I think it was a set of 2, and I think I got them on special offer. I'm trying to think. I think, is it Mac Ting? Seems to be quite a big one on Amazon that does these storage containers. So yeah, so I won't keep one of those up then because we've already got one of those to look at. So that's what have we got? 5, 6 different ones to check out first. Okay, but yeah, as I said, I mean, to be honest, these weren't cleaning. Look, mucky cattlers. I'm showing you all my dirty secrets. Yeah, I've taken the labels off and they're still sticky. But yeah, great. So I've used these a lot for special drills, you know, particularly when I'm doing the wreaths as well, because I need to be, because I start at one point on a wreath and work round, then I tend to find that if I've missed one, I like to be able to just open a container and just dip in and take out one drill at a time as I need it. So I use those quite a lot. Okay, these are my lipstick storage items that I got. I have done unboxings on all of them. There's an 8, there's an 18, and I think there's a 24 as well. And they do have a stand that you can put your pen in at the end. So if you are wanting to just stand your pens up once you've finished, you can do. But they are actually classed as a lipstick container, but they do fit these little bottles really nicely. I've not used the 8 one yet. I've not come across one for 8, but sometimes if you just need an extra couple for in any of the cases that you use, this is quite handy because they do stay in. You know, if you're tipping them, they do stay in. I mean, obviously, if you really throw them, then they may come out, but again, the bottles, and it just keeps them in a nice safe place. So I do like those as well. I've used those a lot for special drills. As you know, I do like my special drills. Right, and then my other container, which is the ones that I've recently bought, are these. And what have we got in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 66 in this one. You buy it with just the bottles in, but what I've done is sectioned it off because, again, I like things in neat rows. And what I was finding was if you didn't have these, they're just pieces of hardboard, just thick cardboard, hardboard, anything that you've got. And I've just put them in between the drills to keep them in nice lines, because what I was finding was I'd take one out, and then if you just knocked the container, or if you just lifted it up, then all of these would slip down, and then you'd be trying to push them and I'd end up with them in the wrong order. And I like to keep all mine in number order and keep them all nice and neat. Yeah, I'm a little bit OCD, I think. I've noticed this as I've got older, and particularly doing diamond painting, I have to have everything just so. So I did spend the time and just put the little bits of card in. And then I did put a piece in the bottom as well, because there is like a well on the bottom there. I don't know if you, yeah, you could sort of see it there. Yeah, where the handle is, and that dips in. And the bottles weren't sitting right. They were all just falling around, and I couldn't be doing with that either. That one's just decided to leap off the desk. Okay, so rather than having them rattling around, I just put the card in so that they're all level and it's all nice. And yeah, so that's a really good size. So that's 66 of the round bottles, and then that's like 64 of the Tic Tac. So you can see there, oops, the size difference there as well. Nearly double the size, but I think you're probably getting double the drills as well. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how many fit in the Tic Tac containers. So that's all your different large round containers. Okay, I think this is going to be quite a long video. Right, and then my monster large containers. These again, I think were Macting. From Amazon. I didn't realise they were quite as large as they are when I bought them, but yeah, these are huge. And I did do a cushion, oh gosh, at the beginning of the year, a tiger cushion that was just black and white, and I think it only had 6 or 7 colours, but it was a lot of drills of each one. So I used these containers and it was brilliant. It was great. Rather than having lots of different set of containers, I used these, and my Santa Forest, my forest animals or whichever, on that large painting that I showed you 2 or 3 days ago. I'm going to use this because some of those colours were in massive packets, so I thought this would come out really well for kitting that one up. What have we got? 18. Yeah, 18 different bottles there. So they're, you know, they're a good size, and it just keeps everything in one place. I know some people use them to store their spares in as well, but at the moment I have used mine on kitting up. So again, in a nice lockable container and nice lockable lids. Yay. Well, screw on lids. Right, the next one that I'll show you, and this is hysterical, because when I unboxed this and showed it, I didn't know how to open them. And they're like the little oval shaped sort of half squares, as it were. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21, 28, 35. Okay, so yeah, 35 different containers, and I couldn't open them. And everybody said, oh, well, you squeeze the sides and they pop open, which of course when you buy these things you don't get anything that tells you that. So I'm struggling to open them, and I'm saying, well, these lids don't open. I mean, they do eventually with a lot of brute force, but I thought, well, that's no good, because by the time you pop that open with your drills in, the drills are going to go wee. But yeah, if you squeeze the sides or squeeze the front, actually, yeah, I was thinking you squeeze that, but no, you squeeze there, then they do open. But again, they are the same as these and the ones I got from Fat Cells, and the lids will eventually become loose, because, you know, it is only, come on, open up, a piece of plastic that's holding that. That's like a plastic seam on the back there. So eventually that is gonna, you know, become loose and snap. You can sometimes just squish them in to make them a little bit tighter, but eventually they do wear, and they are only small. As I say, when I ordered this, I thought I was getting the larger square ones, but this is what I ended up with. Now I know how to open them, I probably will use them. And this is one that I had lost for quite a while. I wasn't quite sure where I'd put it, but now at least I know where it is. So that's another little container to try as well. So we're getting quite a few. It did come with some little stickers as well. So yeah, again, that's not bad. I mean, 35. Sometimes when you're doing a kit, It's so annoying when you get one that's got 32 colours. You think, oh, well, do I use my 30 container and have 2 bags? Or do I use my 60 and then that's a complete waste? Or what do I do? So it's nice having ones that have got different amounts of bottles or containers in. This is my second favourite, and these are the, again, fairly newish ones that I've got, that I've received, and I have done, again, unboxings on these. And these get a nice little container, and these are the squares, and they hold a lot. They are fab, and I love them, and I have used these. Again, it comes in one of those containers like the other one that's got like the handle, the groove for the handle there. So I have put a piece of cardboard in the bottom to stop it from rattling around, because I can't be doing with rattling. And again, I have put a piece of card at the front and a piece of card at the back, just to hold them a bit more solidly in place. But yeah, these are fab. And I think, is this 42? What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 40. So this is a 40 container. So again, if you've got one that's, I don't know, 35 colours, and you don't want to be using your big 60 case, then this is ideal. So yeah, but I love these, and they do hold a lot. I did, when I bought this and unboxed it, I did show you how many this held, but we'll hang on to that one as well. So, oh, we want one of the big ones as well out, don't we? I have quite a few different ones. I'm sure you possibly have got other ones as well that you may use, but these are the ones that I've got at the moment. Oh. Okay, so now we're going to have a bit of play and a bit of fun, and it's gone really, really dark in here now. I think we're in for a storm, which isn't good. And we're going to see how many each one of these containers holds. Right, I don't know whether I'll do that one or not. I might do that one separately, because I don't think really I'll be using that one particularly. So we've got the 3 sizes in the round, and we've got the very large round. We've got the Tic Tac container. We've got the square container, which is basically 2 of the Tic Tac containers. If you can see that, they're about half the size of the Tic Tac containers. So yeah, that's quite handy to know. We've got the little like oval, oblong, rectangle, round cornered one, and then the little squares. Okay, right, let's get some drills. And I've got my labels as well, and my bags. Let's say this could go really, really well, or it could go all horribly wrong. So watch this space, as in my bags have just all dropped out all over the floor. Oh my goodness me, do I ever do anything that goes to plan or goes smoothly? No, was the cry. Right, so these are the drills. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to put the light on. So that one seems to have a lot. The only good thing about having these little bags with the 200s in is that you can do an experiment like this. Because if I didn't have the little 200 bags, I wouldn't be able to count the drills. And I hope you were all thinking that I was going to sit here and measure one at a time. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just going to go on how many 200 bags we get in, which will give you a rough idea of how much each one holds. Okay, so let's see. So these are the smallest ones, I do believe. But we will have a look and see. Okay, scissors, that would be a help as well, Liz. My posh rainbow scissors. Oh, I've ordered some pen tips that are in this rainbow colour as well, some metal pen tips. So yeah, I could be all rainbow. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so I think it'll definitely hold 2, but I'll do them one at a time, because it is only small. Looks like these are vacuum packed as well. So So yeah, it's a good job I've got some left that have got the little 200 packs in. But they are my least favourite because I don't like using these little packets. Just so fiddly to kit up. It just takes so much longer having to open all the little packets. I suppose it's just laziness, to be honest, but anyway. So that's 400 we've got in there so far. Okay, and I'm not going to overfill them either. I'm not going to squish them right in. I'm going to put them as like usable, because if you put too much in, then you're just going to end up losing half your drills, okay, when you open them. So that's 600. Okay. So where are we now? Right, I think we may get another one in. Right, okay. Oh, it's a good job I've got the tray because I missed the container altogether. Right, okay, so let's just get these in here. Right, so I don't think I'm going to get another 200 in there. So that is 800 drills. I suppose I could weigh them, but at the moment I've not weighed them. Right, so we're going to put 800 on that one. All right, so we hold 4 little packets, 800 drills. At a squish, I could maybe get another one in, but as I say, I'm doing it as a usable rather than, you know, you can see there that there is that space, but I think you do need some space to be able to tip them out, and particularly with these, because as you're taking the lids off, if it's overly full, then they can sort of like spring out. Maybe it's just me. So that's that one. Right, let's try the little rectangle one next and see how many this holds. Yeah, I can't open these. Oh dear, the poor people. Oh, and they don't stand up very well either. The poor people that must have been watching me struggle to open these, who already owned them and knew that you had to squeeze them. They must have been shouting at the screen saying, Liz, just squeeze the sides. What are you playing at? Okay, so I think we will get possibly 5, even 6 packets in this one, but we'll see how we go. Actually, I better write on there what number this is as well. So it's 838. So that we've got the DMC number, so I can keep them all together. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for ages, but I just seem to have had a lot of unboxings recently. So I just decided, right, today's the day I am doing it. 400. It's a good job I'm keeping the little packets. So the next one will be 600. These are very vacuum packed and very tightly packed. So there's not very much room to cut the ends off these. So that's 600. Yeah, we'll get, I don't know though, maybe, I think we'll get 1,000 in this. I think they're just slightly larger than the little square ones. Okay, so that's 800. Yeah, and there is a big gap in the top there, so I will definitely get another one. Oh, just throw my scissors at myself. Fortunately, they're rounded ends. I'd hate to have waited all this time to do this video and then find that I have to now go off and do first aid on myself. Okay, so we are now 1,000 in, and I won't get another 200. So they hold 1,000 comfortably. Say I'm not overfilling them. So we'll write 1,000 on that one. Okay, and again it's 838. Right, so that's that one. That's 800 and that's 1,000. Right, so now we'll do the next small one, which is the small round. Okay, so we may fit all of these in this one, because I reckon be about half the size of those. Oh, not quite half. So I think we'll be over 1,000 on this one. Okay. Is it like watching paint dry? I do apologise. Maybe I should have decanted them before I started this so that I had like them in little Ziploc bags or something. It might have been quicker. But anyway. Keep count for me actually. I'll throw those packets away so that I know which ones I've got. So I've done 1 so far. So this is 2. Okay, obviously if you've got your special drills, then oh, I've not cut the end off properly. They will take more or less depending on the size of the drills. If you get those little teeny tiny teardrops, you get a lot more in, but if you get some of the bigger gems, there won't be as many in. And the squares you will get slightly more in as well. These are rounds and square drills are that little bit smaller. So I am just doing it on round drills. Just suddenly thought of that. Yeah, squares are that bit smaller. So where are we? We've got 2 packs. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 600. And I've just thrown those all over. Put those in. Actually, these aren't as big as I thought they were. As I thought they were going to be. Finish sentences off, Liz. Right. So, oops. So that's 800. Okay. Oops, got a bit of paper stuck in there. Now then, I think... Oh, what are you doing? Messing about. Do I put the next 200 in? I will. But really, yeah, it's possibly going to be a little bit full. Let's just see. I would like to think really that these would fit 1,000 in. So that's interesting to know. If you do get an inventory sheet with your drills and your kit, you do tend to find that they will quite often tell you how many drills are in each one. So, you know, it might be worth looking at that. So yeah, that's only fitted 1,000. That has surprised me. Okay, so that one's only 1,000 as well, and we are still 838. Okay. Right, so we've got an 800 and 2 1000s. So the next one I'm going to do is the Tic Tac container, because I think this will be the next size. Let me just grab some more drills. Go to our lovely 310s. Okay, so let's get rid of those packets and see what the next one does. This is really interesting. So I'm quite shocked about how smaller amount that they hold. Right, so see, they're awkward, these containers. They're just not really wide enough. So that's 200. There is a lot more 310 that came with this kit, but I have actually used them on other, showing you how many drills my new containers take when I get them. So that's 4. Okay. Hope you're all still awake there. 6. Can't believe how dark it suddenly got. And 8. Oops, I think we're in for a storm. 8. Oh, come on out. Get out. Last one out. So, yeah, that's... Oh, no, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. So that's 8 packs. So that's 800. So this is 1,000. say, it's not going to be wholly accurate because there's supposed to be 200 in each of these packets, but I don't think anybody's ever sat and counted them. So that's 1,000. Now then, you've got to be careful with these because they have the lid that goes down into the container. So you don't want to get to a point where your lid won't go on because you've got too many drills. But I think I will get one more packet. So I think this one will hold 1,200. Okay. Come on, get out of there. Squidge, squidge, squidge. Oh, just one escaped. Okay, so I'm not going to put any more in this, as I say, because of the lid. You could probably get some more in, but I tend to find that if you put too many in, because of this, like, it's about nearly a centimetre, I would think, going down into the container. And then when you open them, of course, if it's too full, they can jump out. But as I say, the thing that annoys me the most is that you can't dip in and get them out. So yeah, I suppose actually if they're high enough, you maybe can. But yeah, it's when they get down to the bottom or halfway that you can't. So that one is 1,200. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, this one holds 1,200 drills. Okay. So actually not too many less than the round ones. So that is 1,200 and the number is 310 on that one. So I hope you find this useful. You know, it's one of those things I do like to know, I do like to play. Yeah, I'm just one of those people. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got enough now to try these. What I'm going to do is put them in one and then tip them into the other to show you that actually they are the same size. I'm not going to fill them both up because I just find that would be pointless really if they both tip the same. So we'll try this one. So these are my favourites. These are my go-tos. The square ones are a little bit up there, but you do have to take the lids off and faff about a bit with them, whereas with the screw lid it's just on or off, you know, it's great. So that's 200. I think these are about 1,400 to 1,600 you get in these. So but I thought they were going to be a lot bigger than the Tic Tac containers, but they're not actually that much bigger. Again, surprising. Right. So that's that one in there. And the next one. Okay, so we're at 800, so we're at 1,000 now. I keep thinking of other things while I'm doing this and then I lose count, so keep an eye on me. I'm not safe to be let out on my own. So that's your, oh, has that got a piece of plastic in there? No, it hasn't. It's just the way the gems are gleaming. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's our 6 packs. So that's as many as are in there. Okay, I say you probably could get another 200 in there, but I'm not overdoing it because I think this is more realistic for working with. So that's your 12. That's 14. I'll give it a tap down, and then yeah, I thought they were between like 14 and 1,600 drills that you get in these. Yeah, because the lid goes over the outside, you can just get that little bit more in. You could possibly get another 200 in, but again, I'm thinking of the working way of them. So yeah, that's 1,600 drills as opposed to 1,200. Okay, and again, I'm sure that these are the same size. Yeah. So yeah, even when you round containers, one's a little bit fatter, one's a little bit longer, they do hold the same amount. I'm sure I've tried that before and it did, that's the wrong lid, Liz, because that one's the fat one and this is the thin one. So again, we are on 3, 8, 62. Just make sure I'm reading that the right way around. Yeah. And we've got 1600 in there. Okay. So, right, we're doing quite well on these. Okay. Just pop those out of the way there. So now we just need the square one, which does actually hold more than the round one, because it is, well, it's about the same height, but because you've not got the like rounded bit, you've got the corners, it holds that a little bit extra. Okay, let me find some more drills. So, ooh, we've got 918, I think this is. Yep, 918. Okay, I'm just checking which number it was, but yeah, it is. Okay, I'm practically kitting this up, look. By the time I've finished. Okay, so that's 2. So I hope everybody's well anyway. I don't think I've asked you that, have I? Very rude of me. Yeah. 4. I hope life's treating you kindly. And if you're not very well at the moment, then I hope you do get well soon. Or if you're not feeling yourself, then I hope things start to turn round for you a little bit. Okay, so that's 6. Some of these packets are a little bit fuller than others. Okay. 8. And I do apologise for my nails, but it's been bath day today. Hubby's been in the bath and Millie's been in the bath, and I've been cleaning up. And I'm going to get a shower myself. So, yeah, once all that's done, then I'll sit and do my nails tonight, hopefully. But you can guarantee, as soon as I get my nail stuff out to do my nails, Millie decides. Millie's our little Scotty dog, if you've not watched before. If you haven't, hello. Yeah, and she does like to come and have a cuddle just as I start doing my nails. So, but to be honest, I think the smell puts her off a little bit as well, so she doesn't stay long. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So this is how much the round ones hold. Oh, I'm going to run out, I think. I think this is going to be 2,000. All right. Oops. Oh, these are holding a lot. Look at this. So that's 9 packets. But again, it has got the lip on it, so I don't want to overfill it because... Oh, I thought that was somebody at the front door then. It's somebody's music going doof, 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 going down the street. I thought somebody was knocking at the door. One of the neighbours must be hard of hearing. They've got the music loud. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packets. Okay. So that's 2,400, and I reckon you will get more in there. Oh gosh, yeah, you're going to get a lot more in there, but I've run out of that colour, so that's not good. Okay, so what I've done is raid another kit that I knew had 17 different bags in. So I've put in so far, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So I've put in 9 bags so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're a bit wonky, these bags, so that's 9 bags so far. So if I put these in, then that's 10, 11 where we're up to. So that's 11 bags. Okay, right, where's the lid gone? There it is. Will the lid still fit on? It will. I'm just going to put one more in then. Okay. So that is 12 bags of 200. So that's 2,400 drills in one of those. Wow, that is a lot more. Okay, so that is 2,400. Right. And then the biggie. I don't know whether I've got enough drills for this one, but we will have a look. Just put these back away. A couple of the little pinkies are trying to escape us. So if you get these too full, and again with this one, you can sort of dip in if it's near the top, but once you get further down in your container, you can't dip in. Oh, I've got a bit of the plastic in there, look. Okay, I'll come across that eventually. This one is 17 packs, so I'm just going to open quite a few and put them in the tray, I think, first, rather than making this video go on for about 4 hours. Okay, so that's 2. Oops, spilling them. That's 4. I think this is going to hold an awful lot more, but it'll just give you an idea. It's just a bit of fun. Okay. 6. I'm nearly kitting this one up as well. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, that's 8. So that's great for putting in these containers. When you're putting in, just sort of like keep it at an angle and just give it a bit of a squish down. So that's 800 so far. And that's 1,200. An extra bag on it, look, that's not good. That's 1,400. For 1,800. I'll use them from the other kit because they're both the same ones. So that's 15 bags. So what's that? 2 times 1,500 is 3,000 drills. Wow. So you'd think I should work out a 3,000, 2 times table. 3,000, 3,400. And I've just found out that there should have been 17 packs in there and there was only 15, so that's really naughty. Okay. Right, so that's all the packs I've got. So let me just go through. 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is 4,000 drills that I've put in this one. Okay, and it's still not full. So yeah, that is a biggie. Okay, let me get rid of all these bits. So, and that is a 6. Oh, Try again. 603. Write it at the bottom, Liz. And we're going to write 4,000 there, but we'll definitely get more than 4,000 in. I mean, you can see there's a lot more room. So these are great if you've got any of those like Diamond Art Club kits or like Nightbringer that you get lots and lots of 310s. It may be worth investing in these just to keep your 310s in. Okay. So wow, that is a lot of drills. Let me, I've got bits everywhere now. Let me tidy up a bit. Oh, and I've been using my sparkly pen. Look, it's got all the diamonds on it. That came from the lovely Chris, who thought I needed a bit more sparkle in my life. So sent me a wonderful pen, and it is wonderful as well. Okay. So we have had 800 or possibly up to 1,000 in the little square containers. We've got 1,000, which surprised me that these only take 1,000, and really that is quite full. I don't think you'd get another 200 in there of the little like half round containers. The little half sort of square containers that are only the little squash size, they're all sort of more or less. Let me see if I can put it on my hand. Can you see that? They're all more or less the same-ish height. That's just a little bit bigger. That one's more or less the same height as the square, just a little bit bigger. So yeah, so we've got 800 and 1,000 in those. And then this surprised me a lot. There's 1,200 in there. If you're careful, you can get another 200 in there, but that's 1,200. 1,600 in your little round, these standard one bottles that come. Again, you could get another 200 in there. 2,400 in your squares. Again, you can get some more in, but these are sort of, as I say, workable. And then 4,000 plus in that one. So let me know what you think. Which containers do you use? Which ones are your favourites? And has there been any surprises on this for you? Certainly the Tic Tac containers, I've always thought that they were quite small. And I thought that the little half rounds were actually half of this. But I suppose, yeah, well, it is sort of half of that, isn't it? So yeah, that's not bad at all. I'm pleased I've done it. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed looking at these with me. I hope you're still with me to see the end. Sorry about the blip with the those and that colour, because as I say, I thought I had more of the brown packets than I did, so I do apologise for that. Okay, well, if you've enjoyed looking at this with me, a thumbs up as always is much appreciated. If you've got any comments or questions, in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'd love you to subscribe, come and join our little family. Somebody has suggested we become the Millie Moos, but I'm not quite sure. Let me know if you've got any suggestions as well. And if you press that subscribe button in the corner and the all notifications bell that just pops up when you press subscribe, you'll be notified when any of my videos come up. So when any more of my crazy little experiments come up, you won't miss them. Okay, well, thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.